This is the layout of a typical HD ITV classroom. There is a projector hanging from the ceiling, and just above the projection screen there's a camera that can be used to point to any location in the room. You will also find 3 microphones. The first sits on the desk at the teacher station, the second hangs down from the ceiling behind the projector, and the third hangs down from the ceiling in front of the projector. And there's a touch panel on the desk. The touch panel is used to control all of the equipment in your classroom. This can be the local volume, your microphone's mute status, or whether you're sending content to the near and far sites. Note that your touch panel cannot be used to control other classrooms. Filling the seats from the front of the room to the back of the room makes it easier for the students to be seen by all of the other sites. A typical ITV class can have between 2 and 5 participants, or sites as we like to call them. The near site is the site from which you teach, and the far sites are all of the remote campuses or attendees that aren't in the room with you. When the call starts, the lecturer camera isn't always zoomed in on the instructor. Zooming the camera in on you makes it easier for the students at the far sites to see you. However, it is natural to move around the classroom while lecturing, but the camera can't follow you as you move. Please make sure that you switch to a wider shot before moving away from the instructor station. Different combinations of near and far, people and content can be shown on the projector. The PIP button changes the arrangement of the video windows on the projector at the near site. Pressing this button cycles through several preset arrangements. Press this button until you arrive at the desired video window arrangement. Please be patient with the PIP button. The layout of the cameras for the far sites is controlled by the ITV operators. You can have 1, 2, 4, or 5 or more sites shown simultaneously. You can also request to have this layout changed before class starts.
Hi, I can't see all my far sites. Would you correct that, please? Thank you.
In a typical classroom, one site is the lecture. For example, when Susan is giving a lecture, she is the near site, while Tom, Ron, Tracy, and Mary are all the far sites listening to the lecture. When Susan is teaching, she can see the far sites. The far sites can see her, but the far sites cannot see each other.
For instance, if the instructor site is designated as the lecturer, then the instructor site will see all of the far sites, but the far sites will only see the instructor.
What if everyone wants to see everyone? We call that setting Roundtable. In this setting, Susan would like all the far sites to be able to see each other and her. She would ask the ITV operator for Roundtable. Now everyone can see everyone. This is great for open discussions, student presentations, and collaborative work.
In Roundtable mode, the instructor will still be able to see all of the far sites, but the far sites will also be able to see everyone else in the call. If your students need to give presentations, we encourage them to save their documents on a jump drive, and then connect that jump drive to the USB cable on the top of the desk. This makes it easier to get the presentation started. Students also have the ability to present from their laptop or mobile devices using the auxiliary cables on the side of the desk. When the students at the first site are finished presenting, the next site can send content. The last site's content will be taken down automatically once the next site begins to present. If you're having a hard time hearing someone at the far site, try turning up the volume at your site. You can also ask the person speaking to move closer to the microphone.
Heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
If the students at the far sites are having a hard time hearing you, You can ask them to turn up the volume at their sites. Keep in mind that you cannot control the far site's volume levels from your touch panel. 60% is a good audible volume level. Now, the Schrodinger equation is something that is in stark contrast to Newtonian mechanics, because in Newtonian mechanics we can deterministically solve for free falling. The students at the far sites in your ITV classes may be tempted to mute their microphones and carry on a conversation while your class is happening. There are many ways to deal with this. Take this instructor, for instance. There's no food or drink in ITV.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you guys. Today, we are actually talking about a thesis sentence. Maybe you guys have actually heard of a thesis sentence before. Can anybody tell me what is a thesis sentence? Anyone? Maybe you've heard of it before. Some instructors call it a claim statement, the main idea of the essay. Okay, well, it's the main focus of the essay. Does anybody know where the thesis statement would go in an essay? Okay, what is going on over there? Guys, hey, come on. There's a student there who's actually trying to learn. What are you doing? Okay then. All right, so did anybody actually catch what I said about the thesis sentence? Can somebody tell me what it is or maybe where it goes?
You can also request to have your classes recorded. Just let the ITV operator know before your class starts, and they can get the recording started for you. You'll know that your class is being recorded when the red circle appears in the upper left corner of the screen. ITV operators are here to assist you with any of your classroom needs. They can check out laptops to your students, send and receive mail for your class, and they can also copy, scan, and fax documents for you. Additionally, ITV operators can help assist you with any technical difficulties that you run across during your class. Please don't hesitate to get a hold of them by contacting them directly or by using the Help button on the touch panel.
Can I get some assistance? It said something disconnected or something.
Yeah, sure, no problem.